All right, we've spent a lot of time on the theory of working with AI, but today, we're done with theory. We're moving from the abstract straight to the actionable. So think of this as less of a lecture and more like a hands-on training session. We're heading to the cognitive gym, and we are going to build the mental muscles you need to absolutely thrive in this AI era. And just so you know where this is all coming from, the practical exercises we're about to dive into are drawn directly from Chapter 9 of the tutorial, Cultivating Human Mental Thought Processes to Maximize AI/Human Synergy, which was put together by Virtualization Options LLC. This gives us a really solid, well-researched foundation for our workout today. So here's our workout plan for today. We're going to start with exercises to build better judgment. That's our core. Then we'll move to exercises for deeper human connection. After that, we hit the powerlifting skills for creating some seriously powerful outputs. And finally, we'll wrap it all up by showing you how to build your own personal routine. Sound good? Let's get started. Okay, our first stop is all about building that cognitive core. These are the exercises designed to strengthen your internal decision-making, your ability to look at what an AI gives you and critically evaluate it. The goal here is to make sure you remain the final wise authority in any partnership with AI. First up is scenario-based training. Think of this as your weekly sparring session, right? You take a really complex problem, you let the AI generate all the data and the options, but you apply your human judgment to make that final call. And what's really cool here is the outcome. You actually document your rationale. This forces you to explain why your insight was the critical piece, and that sharpens your skills week after week. Let's just pause on this for a second. An AI flags a candidate as the top choice, based purely on data. Okay, but what if that data is full of historical biases? How do you, the human in the loop, step in and decide if that recommendation is genuinely fair? This exact kind of challenge, well, it leads us perfectly into our next exercise. And that's exactly why this next one is so important. Ethical Dilemma Workshops. This is a team workout. Once a month, you get together and you tackle real-world AI ethics cases, just like that hiring scenario. The goal isn't to find one right answer. The real goal is to build up your ethical reasoning muscles so you are ready to provide that responsible oversight when it really, really counts. Okay, our final core exercise is the metacognitive review. And listen, this is powerful stuff. It's basically about thinking about your thinking. It's just 30 minutes a week to reflect on how you've been working with AI. You ask yourself, did I trust the AI too much on that project? Was I maybe a little too skeptical here? This practice helps you calibrate your own judgment, and it massively accelerates your wisdom on when to lean on the AI versus when to trust your gut. Now for our second set of exercises. This is all about what we'll call the interpersonal circuit. You see, as AI starts to handle more of the routine, logical tasks, our ability to connect, to empathize, and to communicate with other humans, that becomes exponentially more valuable. These are the skills that AI just can't replicate. So how in the world do you train these skills? Believe it or not, with an AI mentor. This exercise involves using AI for role-playing. You can literally have it simulate a difficult negotiation with a client, or maybe a tough feedback conversation with a team member. What this does is it gives you a safe, repeatable place to practice your responses and get feedback, and that's going to make you so much more effective and empathetic in your real-world interactions. Next up is the empathy checkpoint. This is a quick but absolutely critical habit. Before you roll out any new AI tool that's going to affect people, you just take 15 minutes, you pause, and you ask, who is this going to impact? What are the emotional consequences here? It's a really simple, structured way to make sure that your technology is serving people, building that human-centric thinking right into your workflow. All right, we've strengthened our core judgment, we've worked on our interpersonal circuit, now it's time for the powerlifting skills. These are the exercises that let you directly interface with AI to generate truly exceptional work, the kind of stuff that goes way beyond what either you or the AI could ever do alone. The absolute foundation of this skill set is prompt engineering. And put simply, it's the art of talking to AI. The most crucial point to get is this. The quality of the answers you get is directly determined by the quality of the questions you ask. Mastering this is the difference between fumbling around in the dark and wielding a powerful, precise tool. And this just illustrates the concept perfectly. I mean, look at the difference. Write about marketing? That's completely useless. You'll get junk. But the specific prompt? It gives the AI a role, a format, a target audience, a tone, and a key benefit to focus on. That is how you get from a generic, unhelpful response to a powerful, actionable starting point. It's night and day.
So how do you get good at this? With daily drills. It's just like practicing scales on a piano. You spend 30 minutes a day just experimenting with prompts. See what works, document it, and start building your own personal library of effective prompts. This simple daily workout will dramatically, and I mean dramatically, increase your effectiveness with any AI tool you touch.
And finally, we have creative collaboration sprints. This is where it all comes together, the grand finale. Every couple of weeks, you take on a creative project. You start with AI-assisted brainstorming to generate tons and tons of ideas. But then, and this is the key part, you step in with your uniquely human creativity to add emotional depth, unexpected connections, and strategic refinement. The result is something that is just flat out superior to what either of you could have ever created alone. So, okay, we've covered a whole bunch of exercises, right? But a list of workouts isn't really a plan. So the final crucial step is to turn all of this into a concrete, personal routine that actually fits your goals and your schedule. Let's build your training plan right now. The source material lays this out in a super simple 3-step process. First, and this is important, don't try to do everything at once. Just choose 2 or 3 exercises that feel the most relevant to you right now. Second, commit to them. Really commit for at least a month, maybe 6 weeks, to build a real habit. And third, track your progress. Get feedback from colleagues. This is how you turn practice into real, tangible skill growth. And that brings us to the end of our session. We've laid out the plan, we've gone through the exercises, and we've talked about the method. The only thing left is to start. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Your cognitive workout starts right now. Which mental muscle will you choose to train first?